Max, come here. What's that?
I can introduce myself.
What are you doing?
My name's Raylene Meeks. I live over here.
I know the last name. I might.
Do you? Okay.
Max.
Actually, I was raised here. And,
I know the last name. Maxie.
Meeks, yeah. And my father was one of the victims who was killed.
Victims.
In the tornado in Parkersburg.
Oh, really?
And I lost a home too. And so what I'm trying to do here is, so you know the name Meeks?
Yeah, I know the name Meeks.
Okay. What I want to do.
Must have went to school or something with one.
Did you? What's your name?
Mike Clemens.
Mike Clemens.
Clemens.
Did you go to Taft?
Nope. Roosevelt and Harrison.
Okay.
My family
How
is
old
the
are you?
Malleys down here. I'm 40.
Okay. Did you know any Tammy Wilson, John Wilson,
No.
Rhonda Kramer, Rhonda Wilson?
Craig Kramer, I think. There's a Craig or something.
John Kramer?
John Kramer, yeah.
Okay. But I was raised around here. I have a lot of memories around Ellis Boulevard.
I do too. I'd like them to start rebuilding on this half. It's
right.
really getting to me.
I know. And
Mike.
You know, we're not here trying to do anything. I know that you guys have probably been bombarded by people probably want to buy.
Oh, just everybody and just
general?
unimaginable. From every state we've got, I think.
We talked to Larry Tubby. You know Larry?
Larry that owns that house. He used to own that house. He don't own it no more. The bank does.
Actually, he still owns it.
Well, the bank come around the other day saying they owned it. So.
Well, they still have a lien on the house, but he still has it. He owes a certain amount of money.
Yeah, it was like.
And so we're
15 grand. I thought they had that worked out.
Yeah.
He's only been over here once since the flood.
Yeah.
He hasn't even took the sandbags off from around the windows yet.
But you know, I understand that you guys are trying to do everything on your own.
Well,
and
no, we had some help kind of forced on us. We got the FEMA money, and then we went to Jumpstart and got supposedly a grant. Well, and then these people kind of forced their way in here on us to help us because they said that they didn't have to wait for the money. They could use their money and.
I don't know what you've ever heard about the Meekses, but one thing is that we're not here to try to get rich. And you're right, I probably do know you, or my sisters were Chris and Karen Meeks.
Karen Meeks, it sounds really familiar.
Twins.
Really?
Yep.
I only know one other set of twins, be the Shutsmans. They used to live down here in the neighborhood.
What I will tell you is that we're not here trying to get rich off of anything. I have a lot of memories. I was raised around here. You know, Ellis Park has.
I got a lot of good people here that, you know, these people over here just had a baby a month before the flood. I can't expect them to come back, so I'll probably wind up with that house and property. I'm going to rebuild that one. But Molly's house over here, they wouldn't take a person but $20,000 to make that a beautiful house again. Because it really, I mean, the city come in here and FEMA too. They come in here saying just ridiculous things. I mean, saying it was going to take $80,000 to fix my house. Well, I did it all by myself with next to nothing, with everything against me. You know, so I know it's possible.
It is possible.
And it's a lot cheaper than people realize. I mean, to really actually do the work.
But I'm not. But I understand that you need a truck from Texas.
Well, yeah,
okay.
I take pictures of everybody out here.
You know, and that's okay.
It's the only way I can safeguard myself.
And I understand that.
Because the police around here don't do nothing. I mean,
right. What I will tell you is that I am from around here.
I appreciate you stopping me. I really do.
And I went to Madison, then I went to Jackson, Taft.
You look familiar too, but it's been a long flood.
It has been a very long flood. My father was a businessman who was killed last year. It was very wide range. He talked about how much he gave into the community. He never ever got rich off of trying to take advantage. He always gave everybody at the upper hand.
I wish your family was on city council this last year and a half, 2 years. Because this is ridiculous.
I don't want nothing from anybody. I love this town, and I chose this area.
I love this neighborhood. This is my neighborhood. Time check, and the city's plan will never exist ever again.
So what I will tell you is that you want to help everybody. I'm not in this for money. Neither is my family. We're not asking for nothing. We just want to help people come back home.
Right.
That's what I'm about.
And I want to find the people to give them the choice. Because, you know, I've never heard from any of these people that they don't want to rebuild. The city made it impossible for them, but it was a lie, because you can rebuild anything.
But
If you have the help, you know.
What I will tell you is that I'm not somebody here that's trying to be rich. I chose this area because I was raised in this area.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm not going anywhere. And I want to bring people home.
Good.
That's what my family wants.
Well, I appreciate that. As soon as you guys get some cards made up, bring me back one. I'll help out in any way I can.
We will get some.
I would like to see each
I
and
have a
every
great
one of these
bunch of
houses.
people that wants to get together and try to bring things back, you know, and
That was Larry. Yeah.
this is...
Yeah, he's still making his mortgage payments for the bank.
Really?
He said he owes $14,000 still in the house. They bought the house for $95,000. He said the basement's finished out. They bought a house in
Urbana,
and they were living there to rebuild it. And then once they finished, they were going to move back here. And then this happened, and they're not moving back yet.
But what I will tell you, yeah, there's a lot of people that know the Meeks' name.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
But what I will tell you is that James Barlow here and Ronnie, they will be my, they'll be working for myself along with my family to try to help people and bring it back.
Okay.
We aren't about trying to get rich. We're not trying to take anybody for a ride.
I've worked myself to the bone. I'll work some more as long as each and every person around here matters to me.
Anyone who needs financial assistance, the financial assistance is going to be there, and it's not something that we're trying to make money on. But if you go to a bank and try to get a loan, they're going to charge you interest rates. We're going to try to do it to where you pay back whatever we give you. We're not trying to make money.
Right.
Just pay back whatever we help people out with.
I know there's a lot of people around here that need the help.
Well, that's what we're here to do. We're not here to. We don't want to invade on anyone's privacy, and we've talked to a bunch of people, and we tell them what we're trying to do. The name. Should I tell them what the name is?
I don't care.
The Working Angels.
The Working
That's what
Angels.
we're going to be. We're non-profit. We're not trying to make money off of it. And Ronnie and I are going to be managing the entire project. If we can buy 500 houses and bring 500 families back in here, that's our goal. That's our objective.
And that would be great.
We're gonna. I just told Larry we're buying this house. We're gonna pick it up and we're gonna rebuild it. And whatever we rebuild it for, that's what we're gonna sell it for. As long as it's someone from the community. Now, if it's an investor, we're not offering to investors. We want it to people who are going to live it.
I want people to come back home.
We're gonna.
Yeah.
We're in the process
houses,
of trying to.
not apartment complexes.
We're in the process of trying to buy a church around the corner, and we're going to work out of that church. That's going to be our setup.
This one right down here on.
What's the name of the church?
No, the one over here by A&W.
The
That
one.
was the first church I ever went to, ever.
The one over here.
Yeah.
So she wants to rebuild A&W and bring it up because she used to go there every Saturday morning.
And see,
around 11 o'clock.
I've known that owner since I was a little kid.
Who is it? Wally who?
Doug Ward.
Doug Ward.
Do you have his information?
I do have his number. He will be, what's today? Saturday? Sunday? He will be at the city council meeting on Wednesday. He's always there. We got a neighbor.
Name and number for him?
Well, I don't have his number on me. It's up in my stuff. But he wanted to rebuild. But the problem here is A&W has a problem with it. The corporation.
Right.
And there's an easy way around that. Doug's whatever. Call it something different. I like to see the restaurant rebuilt, but the problem there is he would love to. He lost a house in the flood down here too, and he just paid them both off. Just was ready to retire. His kids took over the business, so he lost everything, and they've offered him no help whatsoever in rebuilding it. Well, I'd like to see it rebuilt too, but the problem here is the people are gone. How can he expect to pay the same prices, inflated prices, because it's been a few years, for the same product with half the customer base? And starting all over again. He's an older guy. It ain't in him. And that was a lot of these people.
Do you think that if we were able to give him assistance to rebuild it and rebuild his house, and we start doing that's our goal. Our goal is to get the people living back in the community again. I live in Houston. I've never been through this, but I'm also a flood adjuster, and I've worked floods, and I know what it's like when people lose things. I haven't personally lost it, but I've dealt with people who've lost lives after Katrina. I've dealt with people who've lost everything they've owned and didn't have enough insurance. They had $10,000 for the personal property and $30,000 in the building, and they get $100,000 for the damage. I know what that's about. I mean, I've lived through that with them by being the person they've got to deal with. But I want to take part in this special project to help bring a community back.
Yeah, I'd love to see Type Check come back because I haven't seen it anywhere on any of the city's planning.
We're not
it's
here
ridiculous.
we're not here to distort things, and we're not trying to buy properties up for $1 and make it. That's not what we're trying to do. And he said he's been offered $1,000 here, a couple $1,000.
I'm sure. Yeah,
and he's not taking it. So we're not trying to do that. We want people to live in the community again.
It's been sealed. That's probably the worst thing for it for the last 2 years. But it ain't in any worse shape than any of these other ones. You let it dry out for 6-8 months, and we should have done that.
Well,
at least it's not bad.
We can get in there even in the conditions now and gut it and air it out and dry it and put a germicide application on it and seal everything.
Then we got people like this guy in the corner. He's a landlord. I've done more work to it in the last 20 years than he has. I've seen him twice. Well, I have a feeling a contractor come in there because I was going to get it for my girlfriend to rent. There's mold around every window. They come in, they clean it out, and the next day it's back around every window. I have a feeling a contractor either left the insulation or drywalled over the old drywall.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but there's something weird going on there because it's
well, the only
brand
proper
new.
way to treat it is once you got to scrub the boards down, seal it.
Well, I completely abated any mold.
Yeah.
I got rid of pretty much all the old 2x4s in this level. Completely redid the structure all the way through, and then new insulation, new drywall. My parents are old. I don't need them, catching some kind of stuff through the walls.
If we were to offer you any type of financial assistance, you would want it?
Well, they might want some later on when I'm done. I'm almost done though, and I've done it with almost nothing. Unemployment checks. I haven't worked in 2 years except for this thing.
Who's they?
My mom and dad.
Your mom and dad? You live here with them?
Yeah, I do now. I dropped everything and come and got them out of here. Stayed with the house until at this point right now.
And they're going to come back?
Oh, they're already back.
They're already back? Where are you going to go once it's done?
Oh, I'm back working. Go get married. No, right. I worked all over Cargill, ADMs. Big grinders.
Do you know anybody in the construction business?
I know everybody in the construction business.
Okay, do you know Cordwall? Larry Mutual?
Cordwall, oh yeah.
Larry Mutual?
It's been a lot of years. I know all them guys from
PR Concrete?
younger days. Oh yeah.
Bit Redenberg?
Yeah, I've done almost every kind of construction there. It's not in this town, all of it, but I used to build cooling towers for the nuke plants. Build most of them for ADM out here, the Dwayne Arnold, doing millwright work, doing these big dryers for ADM and Cargill and Penford. We just finished all that stuff. All 3 plants actually right before it flooded. Had to go and rip out everything.
Do you have a phone number in case we ever want to call you?
Sure. You got
You got a pen?
I'm always here.
My question. If we were able to fix up this house, buy it, fix it up, would you be interested in living there?
I probably know someone that would. I wouldn't.
Where do you want to live?
Oh, I'll probably end up rebuilding that one and living there.
Is that your house yet?
It's a good friend of mine. My first wife lives there. So that's the only thing that's holding me back from buying the property.
Well, what if we help make it happen?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah?
That'd be great. One project at a time, though. I'm still at the end of my war on this one.
We're going to have construction crews up here doing the work. So you're not going to have to do the work.
Yeah, that'd be great. The help I can get, my arms feel like noodles.
But there was a reason why I chose this area. I was raised here.
Yeah, this is an awesome area.
Right here on Ellis Boulevard.
I haven't been willing to let it go. I know a lot of other people that ain't, but we go in and we tell them, and they don't listen. And you tell them, and you tell them, and you tell them, and they don't listen. What's the sense of telling them? We got a good mayor now, though. He's a good man.
Can you write your name and number down?
You betcha.
Can you do one for
Okay.
So how do you know the beef's name?
I went to school with a couple of them. Lori Meats? Is there a Lori Meats?
It's all going to be done under an anonymous program. We don't want the Meeks name out there because it's very private and they want to be private.
I've never heard anything bad about them.
No, you never will.
You never will. But if you get in there, just believe a picture. Take mine all you want. Take Ronnie's. Take a picture of my truck.
Did you know any of the Malleys down here?
Mally.
I they were all over the state, but most of them are gone.
Magus's? Name sounds familiar too. I was raised right up on Ellis Boulevard here, and every Saturday my father would take me to Ellis Park and then to A&W.
Yeah. I
So-
grew up with his son.
Okay.
Moved out of the area.
And they're at oh God, across from the Flamingo. I loved their pizza.
Oh yeah, that's a long time ago. See, my uncle Dave used to work across from there, but years ago. The Garrick's is my mom's main name.
Oh, Roger Johnson. Roger Johnson lives right over here.
He lives on
Sounds
Ellis
familiar
Park.
too.
Yeah, he came back too.
He's already rebuilt.
The Johnson there.
Yeah, he said he's already rebuilt too.
So I don't know if you feel better about it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Anybody that went like John here, he used to be the head of the Northwest Neighborhood Association, John Corbin.
Dave Millage,
You know Dave Millage?
state representative.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I've heard that name from my girlfriend. She's into the politics thing. Do it.
Okay. Hey, you know what? It was great talking to you.
Great talking to you.
You want to leave a picture of that?
Yes, I will. I got it. It's on video. I have done it with video, but I'll definitely.
I would really appreciate it.
I will take care of it.
No problem. Please support God.
No problem.
Thanks.
It won't be hitting no media or anything like that. I'll get rid of it. Take care. Let me know when you get a business card.
Yeah.
Well.
We will definitely. You're going to see that. You're going to see cars, and you're going to see my face.
Okay. All right. Well, you take care. Come on, man. Oops. You gotta wait. That was good. Good.